you say it's not good to race all year. What if you just want to kind of race for fun during the winter time and you happen to be in Florida and there's a race?
The question is, can you race for fun?
Yes, and that's something that I'm still figuring out. So last year, I might have over-raced, and I did a lot of local racing as well as events that I make my living at, the international 70.3 events. And there is a burden to racing, even if it's just the long travel day to get to a race, or the early morning, or the training you're compromising as a result. But it's also really mentally engaging and exciting. So this year, I think I went too far to the other extreme. I didn't race once in the province of Ontario this year, which is, I'm embarrassed to admit that. Steve talked about his call to get people to race locally. So that was...
You're banned.
No, I mean, I am embarrassed to admit that. And so that was an oversight on my part. I'm looking forward to getting back to more local racing next year, even if it's just a training day or a day when I'm feeling tired and need to pick me up in terms of some other athletes to push me.
Another question?
You mentioned about the longer distances people wanted to go on. Could you comment, for example, what kind of effect on your body these 7.3 plus the Ironman eventually will have? And since I want to be doing this when I'm 90, I'm 70 now, and I have been doing it for 40 years, so I have some thoughts. But what are your thoughts? Why they want to do it, and what, if any, effect do they think about that? All that's long.
So if you're referring to moving up to full distance racing, that's another reason I'm not in any hurry to do that, because I think moving up to that distance at age 25 and continuing to race a heavy schedule, including a couple Ironmans, that could compromise my longevity in the long term. If you look at the reality, is that long course male pro triathletes tend to peak in their mid-30s for Ironman. So if I'm just 25 now, I need to carefully steward my finite resources in the sport. And I think moving up to Ironman right now could see me fizzle out before I want to. And so for other athletes as well, Ironman does take a heavy toll on the bodies, even if you're especially if you're well trained, I would say, because then you're really racing at your limit the whole time. It's fundamentally different than a 70.3, I would say.